Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Tara and I make videos about digital planning and different ways that you can get creative with your iPad. So if that sounds like something that's of interest to you, feel free to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you never miss a video. That all being said, let's go ahead and jump into the purpose of today's video, which is going to be setting up my monthly layout for the month of May. And as you can see, I am starting with this color palette, our Daydream color palette. I think this one will be a lot of fun. Definitely looking forward to using it. So let's just go ahead and get started. So I failed so miserably at using my planner last month, and this is not like me. It used to be like me. I was terrible at using my planner because I think when you start digital planning, it can definitely take some time to get back into that habit of doing so. But I've been so good about it, especially since I started this YouTube channel. I really look forward to decorating my planner every month and using it. And last month, I just didn't do it. I was super busy with my course launch and I had one main focus for the month. And so I didn't really need my planner as much as I usually do in order to keep my brain on track because I was just so hyper focused on one thing. However, I really missed it and I'm so sad that I didn't get to use my other stickers from last month because they were so cute. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get some use out of those because they are totally worth it. But because I didn't end up using that last month, I am so sad to not have done that, and I am so ready to dive into this and make my planner beautiful. So if you guys have been around since the beginning of the year, you definitely have seen me do these sort of 2-week sprints, and I am obsessed. They're so helpful to me. I don't know if they're as helpful to everyone else, but they are so helpful to me. So that's what I'm going to do. And I had actually created an element a while back so I could just pop that in. So I'm going to go find that element. Okay, and that is perfect. Oh, covers everything up so beautifully. But do you know what I'm realizing? I need to cover up this bottom here and also my title. So let's grab one of my background color elements. And I'm just going to grab my image tool so that I can resize this. And we're just going to cover up the month of May. And I'm going to tap on this and I'm going to copy it. And it's going to copy it at that original square size, and that's fine. I'm going to come back to my image tool here, tap on this and resize it. And we're just going to bring it down here. And I'm not going to worry too much about it being totally perfect on this edge here because I'm just going to copy and paste this back on top. Although it looks like I actually did a pretty decent job. Maybe I'll make it just a little bit bigger. Grab my element tool, tap on this, copy it, hit the X button, and then just repaste it. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save my color changing until the end here, and I'm just going to go ahead and start the decorating part, and then once I see how my color balance is, I'll decide what color I want this framing to be. So what I do want to do is I'm going to take one of my yellow sticky notes here and I'm going to copy this and bring this over into Goodnotes. Just tap and paste. Grab my image tool and I'm going to size this up a bit. Tap on this. Well, I'll tap off first and then tap onto it. Hit crop. With rectangle crop on, I'm just going to crop this into any kind of rectangular shape. It's fine. And now we've got a nice rectangle that we can put up top here. So my goal is, what I usually try to do to make it a little easier is I'll center it with the word Wednesday because I know that that is the center of my planner. And then I just make this kind of, evenly spaced on both sides. And because Goodnotes sizes out from the center, that's why I use this little point here to help me center things. It's not perfect because I'm still just, a human eyeballing it, but it definitely helps me. Okay, and now the reason that I chose this yellow color is because I'm going to come back to my sticker pack and I'm going to grab these clouds. And what you'll notice I just copied them. But what you'll notice at the bottom is that they have this sort of gradient, and the base color here is that yellow color that I just posted. And so it's going to make our cloud kind of fade into the background. And I think that's going to give a cool effect. So you could put it on an alternative colored background and you'll end up being able to see the whole cloud, which is also fine. I think this looks really cute, but I also think it'll look really nice faded into the background. So let's go ahead and paste those here. So if I zoom in a bit, you can see how they just sort of fade into the background. And I think that we can have a lot of fun with that. So I'm just going to paste a few of these. Okay, and now using my image tool, I'm going to kind of resize them randomly and just place them around. And if you have this problem where you keep kind of resizing the wrong part of it, then I would just zoom in. That's going to help that. So you can just zoom in and make them bigger. And then you could kind of mess around with them a little bit later. You could resize them all at this point if you want to as well, if it's really bothering you. I know sometimes when it's smaller, you'll have a harder time. And I think I was actually going to crop off the top, but part of me sort of likes, I think part of me kind of likes the way it comes off the edge. So I might do more of that. That's sort of cute, right? I don't know. I might change my mind, but I think it looks kind of nice. You could even kind of layer some of these if you'd like, just to give a little bit of a different look. So I've made like a longer cloud here. Unfortunately, in Goodnotes, you can't like flip anything, so you're really sort of limited. But I know there are other programs that allow you to do that, so that's definitely something to consider if your program allows that. And for this one, I'm not going to bring it all the way down. What I might do, though, is crop off the bottom here, and then just zoom in and line up the end of that here. And then I guess I can kind of decide. I think I'm going to crop off the edges on the side too. So I'm just going to crop that and then line up that edge. Move this one a little bit. And then once you've kind of got a look that you're happy with, I might just put one teeny tiny corner over here. So let's crop this one just down to one of these edges. And then I'm just going to grab this and place this over here. Okay, and now we've got this fun border up here at the top. I'm going to delete these ones. We don't need them anymore. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and grab this adorable banner. We're going to copy this and paste it. And now I'm going to come grab the letters for May, and I'm going to copy these, and I'm going to paste it 3 times. Oops. You can delete that one, and recopy this, and paste it again. And then with my image tool, I'm going to tap and crop each of these. So when you get to the M, you're going to have to go into freehand. And you're just going to have to come around and just trace around that M and then hit done. And now we've got the M. Tap on the next one, crop it, and let's see, for rectangle tool, we're still going to get some of that M in there. So we're not quite in the clear. And actually, I don't think we'll be able to for the Y either because of the italics. So we'll just stick to freehand. And if you start at the bottom like I did where there's a straight part and then you just let go, it's going to actually draw a straight line. So we're going to hit done. I just want to zoom in, and I did see I got like a teeny tiny bit of that M there. So I'm going to recrop that, and I am just going to use the rectangle crop to just bring that part up there. And we've got our A, and then let's crop this one to have our Y. So with our freehand crop, just going to trace around and hit done. All right, and I'm going to size this all up together a bit. I'm kind of thinking, is it cuter to just do like a bigger heading, you know? Maybe we can use the banner for something later. And I do have these sort of angled still, which is fine by me. But again, kind of using the word Wednesday as our center point. I do think this needs to be a little smaller. I think that that looks nicer. So that's what I'm going to go with. And I'm just going to, I don't know, maybe move this down here for now. All right, let's go ahead and do the next part, which is going to be adding in our numbers here. So that's always an easy thing to do. So I'm just going to come grab all of these, copy and paste, and we're going to zoom in a bit and carefully size these up. And then if they rotate like that, I always just undo. So I'm going to paste, I'm going to tap off, kind of gives us a new reset point. Going to resize, carefully pull off, and sometimes I will just tap off again and come back to resizing. I think anyone who's been resizing in Goodnotes long enough knows the frustrations of it rotating on you when you don't want it to, because then it's impossible to get it back to like perfectly straight. And it's so frustrating. Okay, I think this is a good size for these. Perfect. And one thing that you can do if you're not sure if they're big enough is you can find like the biggest combination. So I find that like 28 and 29, maybe even 30 are some of the biggest letter combinations or number combinations. And so as long as my sticker covers those, then I know I'm in good shape. Now, what I was doing for my sprints was I was color coding them. And so what I'm going to do is I think my sprints will be these 2 weeks and these 2 weeks. And then these first 4 can be part of the previous one. So I am going to just grab these. And then I'm going to delete the rest of my orange ones. And then come in here and do 5. 6, and I'll kind of speed through this, but I'm just doing the first 2 weeks of the sprint, so the 5th through the 18th in this purple color, and I'll do the last 2 in pink. And delete the rest of these. Okay, now this, I'm thinking I'm just going to have to find a use for it in a different month because I just don't think that it's working for me. Unless I put it like maybe at the bottom here. Maybe I can make it big. Is that going to be too much? And center it under Wednesday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with my white pen, maybe in a bigger size, and maybe I'll do the brush pen. Let's see. I'm just gonna write explore. All right, and it's not fitting on there perfectly, so I'm going to lasso this, and I just have my handwriting turned on, so I want to be really careful not to grab this box. So I'm gonna grab even lower. Okay, and I might just resize this a tiny bit so it fits a little better. I was trying to angle it a little bit, but it wasn't quite working. So I think I might just need to move this down a tiny bit. Okay, so now I'm also going to copy this in that white, but I'm going to change this bottom color, and now I really need to add in my color palettes that I don't have set up. So let me just pick a color, and I think I'm gonna go with that darker purple color. So we're gonna come to custom, and it's this 8B, 7A, 9A. So we're gonna change it to that one. Just gonna hit return. So that's fine, and then I'm just going to paste the white one on top and kind of give it a little drop shadow. And I actually might change this color to one of the lighter ones that actually go with our theme. So let's enter that in. Let's try FEDC9D. I don't love that. Okay. I'm going to do something a little bit different than what I usually do. So we're going to put in that other hex code of that purple that was the bottom. So 8B, 7A, 9A. I'm going to come to this disc and I'm just going to lighten it. So we'll just have a lighter version of it. And I think that that just looks so much nicer. Maybe it's not as beautiful on camera, but in person, it looks so much better than the other options. Okay, so now what I want to do is I think I'm going to grab one of these earths. So let's use my image tool here. I'm going to copy this earth. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to paste this into the corner, but I'm going to actually grab my image tool, tap on this and crop it. And I'm going to use my rectangle tool. And I'm just going to crop in like a corner. And we're going to line it up down here and over there. And I'm going to have to make it a little bit smaller because I'm going to need that space in my sprints. But we're just going to kind of have our cute little earth here. I think that's really nice. I need to fill our sprints with some shapes. Probably, I'm thinking the stars here. So let's grab these. Oops, turn images back on and grab, oh, let's grab these. These ones are pretty. We're gonna paste. And I kind of think that they're already at the right size. So let's do them off to the side. So we know they've got to fit in this spacing here. So I'm just gonna copy and paste. And these are actually fairly easy to line up because they have such a straight line on them. So I'm not even gonna like fuss all that much, but I'm gonna copy these. Oops. I'm gonna copy these and kind of do a shortcut here. Copy these ones. Okay. Now we're gonna do the same with the purple. So just copy that, paste it, and just kind of line these up. Copy these three, paste. Normally I would use some kind of grid or something, but we're just gonna move these up here. And lastly is the orange. So I'm just gonna copy one of these. Paste it, line them up. Okay, and I only need 3. It's just finishing out those end sprints there. Okay, move these ones over. Okay, now it's time to grab the handwriting here and change the color. So I think I'm gonna make it this yellow. I've kind of been thinking that for a while. So here's all of the elements. And I'm going to do it that yellow, which is FEDC98. All right, I'm going to hit return and tap off of this here. Okay, I think that looks nice. I'm going to remove this here. I feel like I need something up at the top. So I might grab this drift away. I think that'll fit there nicely. And I am just going to I think I'm going to paste 2 of them. So I'm going to grab my image tool, copy it, and paste it. And I'm going to, again with my image tool, just tap crop. Crop them down to 1 word and move them around here so that they fit nicely. Maybe add a couple stars, so I'm just going to do the purple. Okay, and just to wrap things up, what do I want to do? I think, okay, here's what I'm going to do. Just going to grab a handful of these here, come back to my planner, paste them, and just kind of put some of these around. And they got rotated, so that's going to annoy me. Okay, so I'm just going to use my image tool, and I'm just going to put a few of these places at varying sizes. And then just put a couple birdies. So I'm going to copy these birdies and paste them. And I think 4 will be enough. And I'm just going to kind of vary these. And these I can sort of like, I can change their angle and kind of just put them wherever. Or I can add them up here. Oh man, that was like a missed opportunity. I should have had them up here. That elevates that so much, I feel like. Okay, not going to get carried away. Just, you know, just a few. I'm going to resize that, maybe make it go a different direction. Okay, I like that. I'm going to resize this one and make it go that way. Okay, and I think that's all kind of come together. And this is really the way that it always goes. Sometimes I feel like I'm really unsure of the direction. And then by the end of it, it really all has kind of come together and made a really cute look in the end. So I hope you guys enjoyed this plan with me. I hope maybe you learned a couple new tricks. And yeah, that's it for now. Maybe you can even hear the birdies chirping because I record at like 5 in the morning. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!